Michael Jackson stood center stage and a drunk man was screaming at him. 20,000 people watching, security moving in. But then Michael raised his hand. Stop. Wait. What was he doing? August 28, 1988. Kansas City, Kemper Arena. Michael Jackson's Bad World Tour. Sold out. Every seat filled. The biggest concert of the year. Michael was halfway through Man in the Mirror. The crowd was singing along, lighters in the air. Magic. But that wasn't even the shocking part. The real story had started 6 hours earlier and nobody knew the truth. Let me tell you. That afternoon, 3 p.m., outside the arena, James Mitchell was sitting on the curb, bottle in his hand, 42 years old, unshaved, wearing a faded military jacket. A woman walked past, saw him. "Sir, are you okay?" James looked up. "I'm fine, just fine." But he wasn't fine. He was drunk. He'd been drunk for 3 years straight. "The concert starts at 8, the woman said. "You should probably—" "I know when it starts," James shouted. "I got a ticket. See?" He pulled out a crumpled ticket from his pocket. The woman backed away. "Okay, I'm sorry." James stared at the ticket. Row K, seat 14. His wife had bought it, before she died, before everything fell apart. Here's the thing. James Mitchell was a Vietnam veteran. 2 tours, Purple Heart, Bronze Star. He'd seen things, done things, things that don't leave your mind. When he came home in 1975, his wife Sarah was waiting. "You're safe now," she'd told him. "It's over." But it wasn't over. The nightmares, the panic attacks, the rage. The first time James woke up screaming, Sarah held him. 3 a.m., he was back in the jungle. Gunfire, blood. "James, you're home. You're safe." It took 20 minutes for him to recognize her face. "I'm sorry," James whispered. "Don't be sorry," Sarah said. "Just come back to me." This happened constantly. But Sarah stayed. 13 years she stayed. She learned to wake him gently, never touch him during nightmares. Just her voice, soft, steady. "I love you," she'd say every night. "We'll get through this." And slowly, they did. The nightmares decreased. Once a week, then twice a month. James started sleeping through the night. "You're getting better," Sarah told him in 1987. "I'm so proud of you." That's when she bought the concert tickets, a celebration. Look how far we've come. March 1988. Sarah died, heart attack. She was only 39. It happened at the grocery store. She was buying ingredients for James's favorite meal, pot roast. The store manager called James. "Your wife collapsed. Ambulance is on the way." James drove 90 miles an hour, but when he got to the hospital, it was too late. "I'm sorry," the doctor said. "We did everything we could." A nurse brought him Sarah's purse. Inside, the grocery list. Her handwriting. "Pot roast for James. Don't forget the rosemary." That's when James broke, fell to his knees in the hospital hallway. The funeral was small. James didn't cry, couldn't cry, just stood there, numb. After the burial, he found an envelope in Sarah's desk. 2 tickets to Michael Jackson, August 28th, Kansas City. A note. "For our anniversary, I know you don't like concerts, but maybe this year we try something new. I love you. Always. S." James had thrown the envelope across the room, screamed, broke a chair. But he kept the tickets. Now it was August 28th, their anniversary, and Sarah was gone. James had been drinking since noon. Whiskey, beer, whatever he could find. "I should go home," he mumbled to himself. "This is stupid." But something made him get up, walk to the entrance, show his ticket. The usher looked at him. "Sir, have you been drinking?" "I'm fine," James slurred. "Just let me in." The usher hesitated. "If you cause any trouble, I won't, I promise." Inside the arena, 20,000 people were screaming. The lights went down. Michael Jackson appeared. The crowd went insane. James was in his seat, row K, seat 14. Sarah's seat was empty next to him. He took another drink from the flask in his jacket. Michael was performing, dancing. The crowd was on their feet. He did the moonwalk. The crowd screamed. He spun, signature moves, cameras flashing. But then he slowed down. The tempo changed. Michael walked to the edge of the stage, looked out at the audience, really looked. Later, his drummer would say, he wasn't performing anymore, he was searching for something. But James stayed sitting, staring, angry. "What's so special about this guy?" he muttered. Sarah loved this guy. Why? The couple next to him looked over. "Sir, are you okay?" "I'm fine," James shouted. "Everyone keeps asking if I'm fine." Man in the Mirror started playing. The crowd lit their lighters, swaying, singing. James felt something crack inside him, all the grief, all the rage, all the years of holding it together. He stood up, started walking toward the stage. "Sir," security was moving. "Sir, you need to return to your seat." But James kept walking, down the aisle, closer to the stage. Michael was singing, eyes closed, pouring his heart into the song. James reached the barrier, climbed over it. Security guards were running now. "Get him!" James stumbled onto the stage, 20,000 people gasping. Michael stopped singing, the band stopped playing. Complete silence. James pointed at Michael. "You!" His voice was shaking, slurring. "You don't know anything. You sing about making the world better? You don't know what the world is." Security guards grabbed James. "We're sorry, Mr. Jackson. We'll remove him immediately." But Michael raised his hand. "Wait." The guards froze. In the audience, a woman started crying. "That's the veteran," she whispered to her husband. "The one from outside. He was sitting on the curb." Her husband looked confused. "What are you talking about?" "I saw him this afternoon, drinking, alone. I asked if he was okay." She was sobbing now. "His wife must have died. Oh God, his wife died." People around them turned, listening. "Let him speak," Michael said quietly. 20,000 people holding their breath. James was swaying, tears on his face now. "My wife, she loved you, she bought tickets for our anniversary, but she's dead, and I'm here alone and you're singing about mirrors and change and it doesn't mean anything." Michael walked closer, slowly. "What's your name?" "James, James Mitchell." "James, when did your wife die?" "March, 5 months ago." Michael nodded. "And this was supposed to be your anniversary?" James broke, fell to his knees, sobbing. She's gone, and I don't know how to." The entire arena was silent, just James crying on stage. Michael got down on one knee, face to face with James. "I lost someone too," Michael said. "My voice coach, my friend, cancer, last year. And you know what she told me before she died? She said, 'The pain doesn't go away, but you can turn it into something, music, art, love. Don't let it turn into hate.'" James looked up, eyes red. "I don't know how." "I'll show you," Michael said. Michael stood, helped James to his feet, turned to the audience. "This man," Michael said into the microphone, "just lost his wife. Today was supposed to be their anniversary. She bought these tickets, for both of them, but she's not here, and he came anyway. That's not weakness, that's courage." The audience started clapping, slow at first, then louder, standing ovation. James couldn't believe it. 20,000 people, applauding, for him. "James," Michael said, "I want you to stay up here, for the rest of the song, for her, for Sarah." I can't." "Yes, you can." The band started playing again. Man in the Mirror. Michael was singing, and James was standing there, on stage, tears streaming down his face. When the song ended, Michael hugged James, whispered something in his ear. The microphone didn't catch it, but James heard every word. "Your wife sent you here tonight. She knew you needed this. She knew you needed to be seen. Don't waste her gift." James pulled back, looked at Michael's eyes. "How did you?" "I just know," Michael said softly. "I've been alone in crowded rooms too." Security helped James off stage, but this time, gently, with respect. After the show, Michael's team found James in the parking lot. "Mr. Jackson wants to see you." James was led backstage. Michael was there, still in his costume, removing his glove. "James," Michael said, "sit down, please." They sat. 2 folding chairs, just them. "I meant what I said up there," Michael started. "About losing someone. My voice coach, Seth Riggs' colleague. She taught me everything, how to breathe, how to control my voice. She died, and I couldn't save her. James looked at Michael, really looked at him. This wasn't the king of pop. This was just a man, grieving, just like him. How did you keep going? James asked. I didn't. Not at first. I canceled shows, stayed in bed, cried for days. Michael paused. But then I realized something. She taught me music so I could help people. If I stopped, she died for nothing. James felt tears coming again. I don't know how to help anyone. I'm broken. No, Michael said firmly. You're hurt. There's a difference. Broken can't be fixed. Hurt can heal. I want you to have this. He handed James an envelope. Inside was a check, $20,000. I can't. It's not for you, Michael said. It's for Sarah. Donate it to a veteran's mental health program. In her name. Help other people like you. People who are struggling. That's how you honor her. James stared at the check, hands shaking. And one more thing, Michael said. He handed James a card. My personal counselor. He specializes in PTSD, combat trauma. Call him, please. 3 months later, James Mitchell checked into a treatment program. 6 weeks inpatient, then outpatient therapy, group sessions, medication. It wasn't easy. The nightmares didn't stop overnight. Week 3, James almost quit. He was in group therapy, 8 veterans sitting in a circle. The counselor asked everyone to share their lowest moment. When it was James's turn, he couldn't speak, just sat there, silent. It's okay, the counselor said. Take your time. James finally whispered, I yelled at Michael Jackson in front of 20,000 people. I was drunk, I was angry, and he hugged me. He didn't judge me, he saw me. Another veteran, a woman in her 50s, spoke up. What did that feel like? Being seen? James thought about it. Like I mattered. Like even at my worst, I still mattered. The woman nodded. That's what we're here to learn, that we matter, even broken, even hurt. That was the turning point. James stopped fighting the process, started participating, really participating. But slowly, James started healing. He donated the $20,000 to the Kansas City Veterans Mental Health Center. In Sarah's name. The center used the money to start a new program, music therapy for veterans with PTSD. James became a volunteer, started helping other veterans, sharing his story. Years passed. 1990, 1995, 2000. James got his life back. Not the old life, a new one, better one. June 25, 2009. James was at home when the news broke. Michael Jackson dead at 50. James sat down, cried for the first time in years. That night, he wrote a letter, posted it online. In 1988, I was a drunk veteran who crashed Michael Jackson's concert. I screamed at him. I embarrassed myself in front of 20,000 people. But Michael didn't throw me out. He saved my life. He gave me $20,000. He gave me hope. He gave me a second chance. The post went viral. 500,000 shares in 24 hours. James's phone wouldn't stop ringing. News stations, talk shows. He turned off his phone, sat in silence. His AA sponsor called. James, you okay? I don't want fame, James said. I just wanted people to know who Michael really was. Then tell them, one interview. James chose 60 minutes, and then others started responding. Michael paid for my daughter's surgery, anonymous donation, $45,000. He funded our homeless shelter. 3 years. We only found out it was him after he died. He visited my son in the hospital. No cameras, no press, just Michael and a sick kid. My son is 30 now. He still talks about that day. Another response. I was 16, homeless. He saw me outside the venue, gave me $500 and a hotel room for a month, changed my entire life. The stories kept coming, hundreds of them. CBS did an investigation. The number shocked everyone. Michael Jackson had personally helped 279 people. Over 20 years, all quiet, all anonymous. He had a rule, one of his lawyers said. Never make it public. Never use it for publicity. Just help. Today, the Sarah Mitchell Veterans Music Therapy Program has helped over 3,500 veterans across 12 states. And in the Kansas City facility, there's a photo on the wall. Michael Jackson on stage, kneeling down, talking to a drunk veteran. The caption says, "He could have thrown him out. He chose to save him instead. What will you choose?" James Mitchell is 78 years old now, still sober, still volunteering, and every year on August 28th, he goes to Sarah's grave, plays Man in the Mirror on his phone. "Thank you," he whispers, "for the tickets, for bringing me there, for saving my life." If this incredible story moved you, hit that subscribe button and smash that like. Share this video with someone who needs to remember that one moment of compassion can change everything. Have you ever given someone a second chance when they didn't deserve it? Tell us in the comments. And turn on notifications because more amazing true stories are coming your way.